which will be led by Russell J. Rathier. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by the Reverend Robert A. Marcantonio, chaplain of Rhode Island College.
Speaking of parenthood, Harding Carter once said, "There are only two lasting bequests we can hope to give our children. One of these is roots, the other wings." While the college can never replace your parents, his statement can nevertheless be a guide for our prayer as a college community this morning. God our Father, we take the time to thank you for the accomplishments of these graduates at Rhode Island College. They have spent many hours studying in order that their knowledge and professional skills might be rooted in the truth and in the wisdom handed down through the generations. We thank you for the opportunity they have had to examine their values so that they might build their own moral system rooted in the virtues of justice and charity. We thank you for the love and support they have received from their family and friends, from faculty and staff, as they have become conscious of the human nourishment which roots to this community can provide. God, you call us continually to growth. Give these graduates wings to carry them to success in their future endeavors. May the knowledge gained here serve as wings to power them to continual growth and learning more about your creation. May they fly to their goals with wings of persistence and courage when faced with the stormy moments of life. Finally, may they soar to new heights of freedom and peace on the wings of love for others and enthusiasm for life. God of life, may we all have strong roots in this, the human community of the earth, and may we also have the freedom to fly to new heights of human greatness in the future. Amen.
Please be seated. The sun always shines on a Rhode Island College commencement. It wouldn't dare not to, particularly for the class of 1984. I hope that those with the yellow balloons are not going to take Father Marcantonio literally. We begin our commencement with greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors for Higher Education from Mr. Albert E. Carlotti, Chair of that board. Mr. Carlotti.
Thank you, David. Reverend clergy, members of the Board of Governors, Commissioner McMahon, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It's a particular pleasure for me to be here on this day to bring you the greetings of the Rhode Island Board for Higher Education. We recognize that the attainment of a baccalaureate degree is a significant event in each of your lives, since it does represent labor and learning. Labor and learning are especially true of this graduating class, where so many of you have in fact worked your way through college and have been successful in your studies as well. You have mastered the difficult art of carrying out responsibility for work and for study. Since I believe that education is the most important function of government, it is interesting to note that Thomas Jefferson, not only a great statesman, but a great proponent of education, stated, and I quote, that our republic would survive only upon the development of an alert and intelligent citizenry willing to participate in the democratic experiment. How prophetic were his words. Education has been a leading factor in making our society grow and prosper to the point that we have survived longer than any other form of government. And we have achieved a standard of living surpassing all other societies in the history of man. Your presence here this morning is tangible evidence that the hopes and dreams of Jefferson and our founding fathers will not only ensure the continuation of our democratic experiment, but also that through efforts such as yours, we shall move forward to improve the quality of life for our future generations. In a very tangible sense, this splendid campus symbolizes the investment that citizens of this state have made in higher education. In the last decade, with the fine support from the citizens, governors, legislatures, and various governing boards, this college has become a multifaceted, comprehensive college with a wide range of program options for students. Yet, it remains singularly concerned with the education of men and women who see their future in working with and for others. And so, to all the families and friends of degree recipients, best wishes. To all of you who are receiving baccalaureate degrees, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carlotti. You and your colleagues on the Board of Governors continue to be very supportive of this institution and its students, and we are grateful for your loyalty and your confidence in this institution. To bring the greetings of the Office of Higher Education, Dr. Eleanor M. McMahon, Commissioner of Higher Education and Distinguished Service Professor of Education at Rhode Island College. Commissioner McMahon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sweet, members of the clergy, Mr. Carlotti, and members of the board, honored guests, distinguished members of the Rhode Island College faculty and administration, and graduates. My congratulations and warm wishes to each of you and to your families and friends. May you all take a full measure of joy and pride in the accomplishments we celebrate this day. Over the past 2 years, hundreds of Rhode Islanders have been intensively involved in the work of the Murray Commission, which, as you know, designed the Greenhouse Compact as a plan for the future economic development of Rhode Island. That plan has as one of its central goals the expansion of Rhode Island's industrial base so that natives of this lovely state and graduates of its colleges and universities, you and your counterparts, might find job opportunities within its borders, equivalent to its widely recognized quality of life. As my message to you this morning, I should like to focus on one of the concepts of the Greenhouse Compact. Those of you who have taken work in economics know that one way of measuring the economy of a region is through the factor of value added. That refers to the dollars that the work of each individual add to the economic base of an area in a given period of time. It includes, in addition to the payroll per employee, the capital investment for each employee, and the profit to the owners of the business. My particular interest this morning is in the analogy between that economic concept and the ultimate work of the baccalaureate and graduate education, which we celebrate today. Included in the value added by higher education is the factor of your own earnings over the years. Undoubtedly, your annual income will be greater over the course of your lifetime because you have earned a baccalaureate or graduate degree, even though it may not seem that way this morning. I suggest to you, however, that if the only value added by this institution is in your present and future earnings, then it is hardly worth the collective effort of all involved. There is, however, another element in added value, a kind of bottom line, and that is the element of profit to those who made the investment, the owners of this institution, the general public. History will someday assess for them the ultimate value added to this state by the class of 1984, and it will do so not in terms of a standard of personal economic achievement, nor in the value added to individual equity. History, rather, will take a longer and broader view. It will ask not about each one's earnings, but rather, how much did each do to make this a more just, a more humane, a more compassionate, and a more virtuous society? To how many lives was value added through you and your classmates? How many were enriched, made more joyful, more noble? History will ask with whom you have shared the blessings which brought you to this day. Will you, for example, cherish and give of yourselves to your parents in their old age? Or will you be content that an impersonal social apparatus meets their material needs? Will you invest the additional time and effort with your own children to evoke their full human potential? Will you explore, cultivate, and treasure the moral dimension of your fellow men and women? Will you, with the poet, avoid the snows of pessimism and the ice of cynicism, and walk rather in the warm sunlight of hope and confidence in the goodness of mankind? The answers to these questions will ignore your personal acquisitions. History will ask not about your annual earnings or capital gains, except as a vehicle for your human legacy to the future. The richness of that legacy will depend on your realization that the proper unit of your personal and professional concern is not just yourself, but also your family, your community, your fellow men and women, your nation under God. May He bless you as you create that legacy. Thank you.
With your message, you always demonstrate, Commissioner McMahon, why indeed you are our distinguished service professor of education. Thank you. Go ahead. Governor J. Joseph Garrahy normally is able to come to our commencements, but he asked this year if we would excuse him. He has a son graduating at another institution, and he asked if he could be there. And I said it would be all right just this once. He has been a marvelous friend of us, and we are grateful for the support that he has given and that of the members of the General Assembly. We have here today two other who greet us by their presence, and I wonder if you would join me in recognizing their presence here. The Mayor of North Providence, Mayor Mancini, would you please stand? And the President of our distinguished sister institution, Father Peterson of Providence College. It has become a tradition at this institution to honor the 50-year class at our commencement. Please join me now in recognizing those members of the class of 1934 who are present today in celebration of their golden anniversary. Class of 34, to your feet. At this time, it gives me special pleasure to present a member of that class, Dr. Charles B. Willard, President Emeritus and Professor of English Emeritus of Rhode Island College, and member of the class of 1934, who will make a special presentation to the college on behalf of our golden anniversary class. Dr. Willard.
Dr. Sweet, I have been commissioned by the class of 1934 to bring their greetings to this assembly and the special guests who are here today and the faculty who were here, some of whom were here then, or as students. And to congratulate all who are receiving honors today, all the graduates. I have two special that I know, and I'm sure I know others, but Mary Beth Desmond I congratulate, and Dr. Charles Shea, my good friend for more years than sometimes we like to remember. But I congratulate you all. Wish you well and success and happiness, as I am sure you will encounter during the years ahead. But Dr. Sweet, I have also been commissioned to present you these checks for the Alumni Honor Scholarships at the college. This is a 50-year gift. They wanted me to specify that they're proud of the fact that it's $4,075. And I would remind Hank Yacht that it's not in promissory notes, but in checks. And I would also point out that 50 years ago, this $4,075 would have bought on the streets of Providence some 81,500 Washington State golden delicious apples. Or 6½ standard black Plymouths. Or employ for 1 year at most of the colleges in the state 3½ professors or instructors of English. Times have changed. So we are delighted to know that these monies will be used for alumni scholarships, and I'm sure that they will do much good. Good luck to all of you, and congratulations.
Charles, I don't know why you didn't mention that you still have those 6 Plymouths. Thank you very much, class of 1934. You have indeed challenged the class of 1984. Your time is coming, you know, and you saw how many there were of them, and you can see how many there are of you. So in the year 2034, measured in constant dollars, I expect you to match the class of 1934 on a per capita basis. We would like to give special thanks, too, today to the co-chairs of the class of 1934 reunion and class gift, Dorothy Reed and Catherine Hand. We are most grateful to you both. For the first time this year, and in celebration of the college's 25th anniversary on the Mount Pleasant campus, I'm pleased to present the president of the class of 1959, Dr. Henry P. Galat, who will bestow a silver anniversary gift on behalf of the class of 1959. As he comes up, will all the members of the class of 1959 who are present please stand?
Thank you, President Sweet. They're probably still sleeping, getting ready for the reunion dinner this evening. On behalf of the class of 1959, I'd like to extend congratulations and best wishes to the class of 1984, and special wishes to my daughter Mary, who's among you. Our class, 1959, our class of 1959 was a unique one in many respects. It was the last class to graduate as from the Rhode Island College of Education, as it was then. It was also the first class to graduate from this campus. In commemoration of that event then, we have established the class of 1959 Silver Anniversary Fund in the Rick Foundation. The fund will continue to grow. There is quite a bit in there already. I won't mention, Dr. Willard, just how much there is, but the fund will continue to grow until such time that the president and the class of 1959 agree on a mutually acceptable project that will enhance Rhode Island College. This is a token of that commitment. One further thing, I'd like to extend an invitation to Raquel and the other members of the class of 1984 to meet me on this platform 25 years from today, when I hope that we will be presenting a golden anniversary gift, and I hope on that occasion that you will be presenting the 25th silver anniversary gift on that day.
Thank you, Dr. Galat. On behalf of the college, I'm most grateful to both the gold and silver anniversary classes for your thoughtful and generous gifts. It is gratifying to note that this college remains in your thoughts, and it's especially pleasing that you have chosen President Willard and Professor Galat, who have given so much to the college in untold ways, to represent your classes. Gentlemen, to you and to your classmates, thank you very much, and to the class of 1984, you have a double challenge. The silver class and the gold class have challenged you. Many times at our commencements, there are graduates from years before the class of 50 years ago, and I don't know whether there are any here today, but sometimes there are, and I wonder if there are any earlier than the class of 1934 with us. Would they please stand? Not today. I have to do that because every year when I haven't done that, someone's come up to me and said, I graduated in the class of 1921 and you didn't say anything about me. Our main speaker this morning is a woman whose entire life is characterized by achievement, taste, talent, and compassion. Since 1956, Clara Hieronymus has been the drama critic for the Tennessean, the major newspaper in the central southern United States. In that position, her distinguished contributions have been recognized many times. She is a founding member and currently serves as chair of the American Theater Critics Association, a group now conducting its annual meeting in Providence. Described as one of the top 10 women critics in American theater today, she is the foremost Southern critic of our times. Her cogent criticisms have enriched the Southern theater, while her administrative talents have nurtured the Theater Critics Association into becoming one of the most important such organizations in the nation. Mrs. Hieronymus was graduated from the University of Tulsa at the age of 18. She has been employed as a freelance writer and as a radio and newspaper book reviewer. Her compassion is demonstrated by her selection as the 10th recipient of Fisk University's Humanitarian Award, an award which has been given only 10 times since 1865. She has been designated an honorary member of the Tennessee Legislature, and in 1982, Mayor Fulton of Nashville declared June 6th as Clara Hieronymus Day. In 1982, New York theater goers were treated to an article about her career in the April edition of Playbill. In addition to many other awards and accomplishments, she co-authored the only book about William Faulkner's only play, Requiem for a Nun. It is an honor to present to this commencement Mrs. Clara Booth Hieronymus. Mrs. Hieronymus.
Good morning. We have an expression in Tennessee that we use without thinking about how we got it or where it came from. We know what we mean when we say it, and that's good enough for us. When someone has done something especially nice for us, we may say, "Thank you in the highest." Now, for letting me come today to share the important occasion of graduation, I say to you, thank you in the highest. It's exciting to me to be here for a number of reasons. Not only because I've always been interested in students, but because your invitation to me bespeaks a certain nervy courage or brashness on your part. You have asked a critic and a Southerner, and you must have known that in so doing, you were going to hear a lot about theater and maybe a bunch of Southernisms. I'm not going to review you, though I have been known to review audiences in the theater. And it's not often that a critic gets to be on this side of the stage, and it gives me a turn to think that you may be reviewing me. And if not, you're missing a golden opportunity to review a critic. There's a certain phenomenon that we see in the theater these days. I'm sure you've observed it. It's mindless. It's that automatic standing ovation. The curtain comes down, the audience goes up. It doesn't seem to make any difference to the theater goers that they have been insulted by a shoddy performance and maybe a downright dog show. It's as if the ticket buyer had pledged in blood when he paid his money, and it takes a lot of money to buy a ticket these days, that when the curtain came down, he would stand up and give an ovation. He does that for the privilege of parting with his money. Now, I have been thinking for 2 months about what I might say to you today that would be appropriate. It has been a little while since I participated in my own graduate commencement exercises. But what I remember most vividly about that lovely afternoon was that I wished that man would get on with his earnestly well-wished, well-meant remarks, because I had more interesting things ahead of me. I think that having been a theater critic for more than a quarter of a century, that the most telling kind of comment I might make to you today would be to urge you to approach your world, your life, in the same spirit in which the theater critic goes to the theater. There are different opinions, of course, about critics. I hope you have read the works of a lovely Southern writer, Eudora Welty, who quotes an English writer, Virginia Woolf, about what a critic does. She says that a critic is a person who has done his work as a good housemaid does hers. She tidies up after the party is over. To put it a bit more philosophically, the critic goes to the theater keeping in mind that his obligation is to try to distinguish between true art and false art, to try to hold the art of theater to its own highest standards. He has to go with some kind of courage about his point of view, because it's going to be printed in the paper willy-nilly under his byline. His obligation then is to treat honest effort with respect, to get the news about his subject, and to treat actors and others in a civil way. Now, it won't be necessary, will it, for me to belabor the point that I am making the critic-theater relationship an analogy for your relationship to your life or to the world. What I'm saying is, like the critic, you have to bring to your job in the theater or in life some basic integrity, enthusiasm, and a modicum of good sense and wit. If you do that and have some professional attitudes, and I'm thinking in terms of honed skills, you will be able to interpret to others what you have seen in such a way that they will know the experience illumines all of human experience. Have you ever read a review and thought, boy, that's wonderful, because that critic saw the play as you did? Or you may have raged at what that nitwit has written because it was not the way you saw the play. Well, I wonder, by the same token, whether in reading a review you might have realized that you were reading a whole lot more about the critic than about the play he's writing about or the people who were in it. You will know if he's a dumbbell, or whether he is honest, or whether he has brought anything with him to the theater. So, the critic and the theater, a metaphor or an analogy for you. What you bring to the theater, to your world, determines how you perceive what is being played out before you, how it affects your responses. We're seldom subject to instantaneous bolts of insight, to massive revelations. It's only in the sense of what equipment we bring to the viewing that we either understand it or can communicate it to others. Now, I've been taking groups of people to New York to see shows for 28 years, and it is a wonderful experience, and sometimes an aggravating and frustrating one. There was a Broadway play a few seasons ago called That Championship Season. I loved it. It's a play that involves a group of men and their coach who have been getting together every year for a reunion at their coach's home. Now, these men were members of a high school championship basketball season. And so each year they come together and they relive that one shining moment of invincibility. And all that they have to bind them is the fact that once they were together. But what they are going to reveal to us in the play is their common loss. These are men going into middle age with a sudden sense of terror and defeat. They are desperately holding on to their youth, and the only thing then that binds them is what I spoke of, the memory of when they really were together in that championship season. The play then is a rite of passage. Every man is searching for something, a truth, a principle, a sustaining reason. They are profane. As the drinks flow, the language gets rougher and more profane, but also more intensely revealing of themselves. They aren't very nice people, but by the end of the play, you care deeply for each of them. I thought it a marvelous evening of theater, stunningly performed, and it left me greatly moved. I still remember two actors, Walter McGinn and Michael McGuire, playing the two brothers, Tom and James Daly. Tom was an alcoholic. James had always looked after him and had given up his own ambitions to attend to his weaker brother. And ultimately there comes a beautiful, truth-revealing, throwaway line from Tom that opens up much of what the play means to us. He says, "Welcome to anonymity. No depth, no bench. We are all playing with too many injuries." He speaks here to us of frail human beings everywhere, unconsciously playing with too many injuries and needing the sustaining force of the love of other people. The play's genius is that it is therapeutic, revealing, and that it adds to our understanding and empathy with fellow souls. Now, I summarized in that detail since the play was on Broadway 12 years ago, which means that that's too far back for all of you to have seen it. And because I'm making a point about your role as critic, having to hinge on the knowledge and perception you bring to the viewing. When I came out of the theater that evening, my tour group was milling around on the sidewalk, and a young woman came up to me rather timidly and asked me how I chose the plays. Did I always see them before I booked them for the tour group? No, not always, but in this case, yes, I had. She then turned and rejoined her parents. At that point, her father tackled me, not timidly as she had, but with eyes popping in anger and face purple with indignant outrage. "I want you to know," he said, "I don't appreciate your subjecting our women to that kind of trash." Well, this critic responded to that critic by saying, in her sweetest Southern way, "Oh, sir, we were, every one of us, privileged to have been in that theater tonight. As for me, I feel as if I had just taken communion." Now, I'm saying all of that because that's what I mean when I say to you that how you view what you see and what you experience, how you react and respond, will reveal to you and to others what your heart and mind are like and how you view your fellow man. You know, it occurred to me that over these years, I felt sorry for that man because I thought that he was reacting so vehemently because he had missed the point of that show. It wasn't until I was putting the notes together for this talk that I thought, you dumbbell. It dawned on me why he reacted that way. Far from missing the point, he reacted because he did get the point. He recognized himself, and he did not like what he saw. And he knew that he stood revealed in that light, naked and mean of spirit. Now, if you carry away with you today anything of what that lady from Tennessee said to you on your graduation day, I hope it will be this, that what you bring to the theater, to life, and to the world, in knowledge, sympathy, openness, generosity of spirit, eagerness, and receptivity will make it a wonderful experience or a despairing one. To have a fair exchange and get something back, you have got to take something to it. I'll leave you with my own vision of theater, and you may equate the terms with living and seeing with the interior eyes as well as with the exterior pair. The words are Shakespeare's, of course, and he wrote them about Cleopatra, that marvelous creature who fits our own time as easily as she did Caesar's. Here are the words: "Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. Other women cloy the appetites they feed, but she makes hungry where most she satisfies." Happy appetite, eager theater goers. I wish you many happy curtain times.
At the age of 15, when I left New England to go to high school in Memphis, I learned to say sir and ma'am. So thank you, ma'am. And I also learned to say, "You'll come." And ma'am, you'll come back to Rhode Island whenever you can. I hope the next time you come, it will be to review one of our marvelous theater productions here at Rhode Island College. As I have often said, we may not be Division I in basketball, Father Peterson, but we are Division I in the arts. And we are delighted, Ms. Rones, for bringing to us that message, that metaphor, that analogy. I can assure you, having worked with this class of 1984 for more years than either they or I care to remember, they are indeed good critics. And now, Dr. Willard F. Enterman, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, will initiate proceedings for the conferral of degrees. Dr. Enterman.
Mr. President, it is my privilege to present to you candidates for honorary degrees. As this college's chief academic officer, it may be fitting for me to reflect upon the processes for selecting recipients of honorary degrees and upon the purposes of honorary degrees. As we prepare for each commencement, we ask for suggestions from people to whom we might grant an honorary degree. A very large number of suggestions are made. A committee composed of members of the Rhode Island College community considers these suggestions and very carefully and investigates each proposal. The committee puts in many long hours doing the selection work and finally makes recommendations to the Council of Rhode Island College and to the President, who considers the earlier suggestions and the final recommendations. He then makes the final decision in the context of the recommendations of the committee and the Council. Consequently, it is clear that the people who we are to honor here today have been selected carefully and thoughtfully. We engage in this extraordinary effort because the granting of an honorary degree serves an important purpose. We seek to recognize and honor people who have made significant contributions to education and to the community. We do so today, and in presenting such distinguished people, we do honor to ourselves as well as to them. In granting degrees to other people at this ceremony, we remind them that the degree carries with it obligations. Obligations to help, aid, and nurture this college, which is theirs. We are delighted to have such distinguished people join us in sharing responsibilities for our Rhode Island College community, and especially delighted to welcome them to this community. Dr. Sweet will now confer honorary degrees upon our special guest, Dr. John Missourian Vice President for Administration and Finance, will assist me in the hoodie. Mr. President, I have the honor to present for the honorary degree Doctor of Pedagogy, Charles E. Shea.
Charles E. Shea, teacher, administrator, public servant. For 48 years, you have served the citizens of the city of Pawtucket and the state of Rhode Island at all levels of education. Beginning your career as a teacher in Pawtucket High School in 1936, you served with distinction as principal of Slater Junior High, West Senior High, and superintendent of schools from 1959 to 1976. You have also served as adjunct faculty at Rhode Island College, Providence College, and the University of Rhode Island. In 1980, you were appointed to the Rhode Island Board of Regents and served as chairperson of the Elementary Secondary Education Board and member of the Board of Governors for Higher Education from 1981 to 1984. You have actively served as president of the Providence College Alumni Association and as a member of the Rhode Island College Alumni Association. You received your undergraduate degree from Providence College and your graduate degree from Rhode Island College. In addition, you have always been willing to share your resources, your time, and your talent with numerous civic, cultural, and fraternal organizations. Providence College, your first alma mater, awarded you an honorary degree in 1965. The citizens of Pawtucket renamed West High School the Charles E. Shea High School in your honor. Rhode Island College is pleased to join this company in recognizing one of our alumni who has demonstrated in his personal and professional life the description assigned by Chaucer to one of his pilgrims, "Gladly would he learn and gladly teach." Therefore, by the authority vested in me and by the concurrent action of the Board of Governors for Higher Education and the faculty of Rhode Island College, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Pedagogy with all the rights, benefits, and privileges pertaining thereto, and in token whereof I present you with this diploma and cause you to be vested with the insignia of the degree.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present for the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service, Stephen D. Hassenfeld.
Stephen David Hassenfeld, toy maker, executive, philanthropist, chairman of the board, and president of Hasbro Industries. You have been named Best Chief Executive in the toy industry by the Wall Street Transcript and received the Gallagher Report Achievement Award. Fortune magazine cited you as a toy maker with good news to report. The good news was profitability and productivity created by the effective management and leadership you have demonstrated as one of Rhode Island's largest employers. Since you assumed leadership in 1979, Hasbro has surged to the forefront of the toy industry under your prudent and effective stewardship. Your interest in the arts, education, and public service is reflected in your affiliation with Toys for Tots, the Rhode Island Philharmonic Orchestra, and Temple Emmanuel, and as a fellow of Brandeis University and as an advisor to both Johns Hopkins University and the Rhode Island Strategic Development Commission. Your enthusiasm, modesty, and service to others enhance the lives of us all. By honoring you, we honor the very best in our society. Therefore, by the authority vested in me and by the concurrent action of the Board of Governors for Higher Education and the faculty of Rhode Island College, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, benefits, and privileges pertaining thereto, and in token whereof I present you with this diploma and cause you to be vested with the insignia of the degree.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present for the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, Clara B. Hieronymus.
Clara Booth Wiggins Hieronymus, author, critic, actress, teacher, humanist. Born in Mississippi and completing your formal education in Oklahoma, you explored a variety of careers as teacher, book reviewer, and freelance writer. For nearly 30 years, you have served as art and drama critic and home furnishings editor of the Tennessean, a major southern newspaper in Nashville. You have co-authored a book on William Faulkner's only play, Requiem for a Nun, and served as critic of children's theater, regional theater, and the American College Theater Festival, which this year and in 1978 selected RIC productions from among hundreds of competitors for presentations at the Kennedy Center in Washington. Since 1956, you have conducted theater tours to New York 3 times a year and an annual theater tour to London since 1972. You are a founding member of the American Theater Critics Association, a member of its executive board since 1973, and chair for the past 4 years. Fisk University has given you its Humanitarian Award. You have received the Tennessee Governor's Award in the Arts, and you have been named Nashville Woman of the Year for outstanding writing in theater and the arts. Rhode Island College is pleased to acknowledge your singular and distinctive contribution to the theater and the arts, especially to the advancement of theater criticism, and through you to recognize the American Theater Critics Association, which is holding its annual meeting concurrently with this college's commencement activities. Therefore, by the authority vested in me, and by the concurrent action of the Board of Governors for Higher Education and the faculty of Rhode Island College, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts with all the rights, benefits, and privileges pertaining thereto, and in token whereof I present you with this diploma and cause you to be vested with the insignia of the degree.
Mr. President, it is my pleasant obligation to introduce now the several deans who, on behalf of the appropriate faculty, will recommend to you the conferment of degrees indicating successful completion of studies. Primarily, this is a time of celebration for the candidates and their families, noting the passage of these students into the society of learned men and women. It is also a time of celebration for those of us on the faculty. Situations and comments which hurt us as much or more than our students. But we have an obligation to do the very best for our students, even while we hope that they will rise above our criticism. We labor alone. Accordingly, Mr. President, before presenting the deans for the conferment of degrees, I should like to make one final request of our students. For their faculty who have sought nothing but the best for the students, I should like to ask the students to join me and rise in a standing ovation of thanks to those who have meant so much, our faculty. Dr. John Salas, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies, will present the candidates for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study and for the various master's degrees within the School of Graduate Studies.
For the candidates for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study and for the Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, Master of Science, and the Master of Social Work degrees, please stand. Mr. President, I have the honor to present the 1984 candidates for graduate degrees. These candidates have completed all requirements for the degrees to be conferred and are recommended to you by the faculty of Rhode Island College and the Board of Governors for Higher Education.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, and with the concurrent action of the faculty of Rhode Island College and the Board of Governors for Higher Education, I confer upon you the advanced degree for which you are qualified, with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto, and in token thereof will present to you your diploma.
Please refrain from applause until all degrees are awarded. The Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study. Curriculum, Marilyn R. Brockmeyer. In educational administration, Charles B. Altunian. In school psychology, John A. Santos, Pauline M. Tardif, Donna M. Tatro. In special education, Susan E. Hutchinson. For the Master of Arts degree, Edna P. Baden, Oliver P. Cipollini, Jr. Stephanie J. Elias, Frank D. Green, Paula Eisman, Zelma Levin, Lynn P. McKay, John H. Moody, Ellen C. Marino, Kathleen A. Oliveira, Lillian Palucci Worrell, Scott F. Pyrus, Susan M. Poole, Claudette E. Prevost, Karen D. Steele, Barbara M. Tomaso, Robert C. Travis, Joan E. Westberg, Teresa M. Sear Connor, Patty A. Ferguson, Janet A. Ianachilli, Kathleen J. Powers, Elizabeth A. Rose, Margaret A. Long, Merle K. Pierce, Christina Figueredo, Florian M. Mardo, Rainer W. Moslin, Judith I. Scott, Donna B. Buchanan, Louis A. Serbo, James M. Cummings, Kathleen M. Dudemain, Elizabeth Matthews, Valerie J. McLaughlin, Kenneth A. Whedon Jr., Carol L. Cirillo, Carol L. Duda, William J. Henley, Elizabeth A. John, Edward J. LaRoche, Gloria J. Turos, David A. Dan, the Master of Arts in Teaching, Chris J. Oswald, Pamela A. Cavati, Paula C. Laguerre, Mary Lou A. Morissette, Carol A. Cardillo, the Master of Education, Dennis R. Pridgeon, Linda K. Collard, John D. Smith, Donna D. Vigno, Maria Palouk, Joan M. Anthony, Jeannie K. Bashand, Mildred R. Baglini, Dolores Diorio, Wayne W. Ford, Ruth B. Kelly, Melinda O. Petrucci, Linda J. Svelik Leduc, Anthony J. Ventituolo, Ralph N. Butler, Jane E. Carlson Pickering, Donald J. Christie, Margaret A. Levesque, Joanne Warren, Rita W. Wilson, George S. Gray, Ralph C. Liberatore, Ernest P. McCure, Charles H. McLaughlin, Gerard D. Murphy, Lisa E. O'Connell, Susan M. Sutherland, Richard Croft, Ann M. Scherzer, Jean Swass, Virginia F. Giacoboni, Sandra Rezick, Donna Hunt, Laurie J. Marola, Elizabeth Mount, Carolyn J. Roseman, Deborah L. Ainsworth, Nancy E. Coelho, Dorothy M. Jordan, Patricia M. Cote, Joan Frary, Jeanette C. Stafford, the Master of Science, Kathleen M. Del Sesto, David A. Tanner, Doreen A. Van Dyke Sauer, Burge A. Zobian. For the Master of Social Work, Ronald P. Abrams, Josephine Z. Alfonso, Kathleen Beltramello, Stephen A. Borges, Susan E. Brown, Alberta R. Calderon,
Nice going, Reggie.
Dolores M. Ciamroni, Donna H. Daniels, the Juanita Handy Scholar, Mary L. Fahey, Norman Fortin, Brian M. Foss, Christopher D. Garahan, Michael D. Gaudette, Betty A. Gerard, Catherine M. Gorman, Julie C. Gutterman, Margaret G. Harris, Roberta M. Hobart, Joyce M. Holland, Nancy L. Jasper, Ronald J. Jolin, Terrence E. Lee, Margaret R. Legler, James D. Malone, Ann C. Mitchell, Laura M. Merger, Cynthia A. O'Neill, Marianne Owens, Joseph B. Parenti, Lyda A. Perry, Louis H. Poisson, Mary G. Davy Scholar, Barbara J. Quinn, Gail F. Robichaud, Barbara A. Rosen, Stephen G. Roy, Mary Ann Sylvia, Linda N. Faziano, Donna M. Cardiff, Lois C. Thomas, Kathleen C. Hooley.
To bring the greetings of the class of 1984, the president of that class is Raquel Hernandez. Her career at Rhode Island College has been busy and productive. Beside her senior class presidency, Ms. Hernandez has served as a member of Student Parliament, an encounter sponsor, and as president of the International Society. She was selected for Who's Who in American colleges and universities in her junior and senior years. She is a secondary education major concentrating in Spanish and bilingual education, and she is currently completing her student teaching at Mount Pleasant High School. She plans to become a public school teacher. I'm pleased to present the energetic president of the class of '84, Ms. Raquel Hernandez.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker Hieronymus, Dr. McMahon, Dr. Kaladi, President Sweet, Father Mark Antonio, other distinguished guests, administrators, faculty, family, friends, our special loved ones, Mom, Dad, and fellow graduates of 1984. We have finally reached our first dream as a student. The path was difficult and full of challenges, but we were determined to gain the necessary skills and knowledge despite all obstacles. We accepted these challenges in order to serve our community better, as psychologists, social workers, teachers, managers, nurses, etc. We were at the same time obliged to perform with the community's expectations, especially when it has offered us the opportunity to excel our capabilities. Right from the beginning, we knew that our responsibility and character were going to be tested, but we had faith in our own powers. We also trusted all of you, friends, parents, and professors, for supporting us. We were also aware that we could not let down the faith of this community. They wanted us to be triumphant, and we tried our best to meet that goal. The modernization reached by this country has been the product of many years of labor and of many men. To keep this status and to continue developing it, it is everyone's work. Our present times require more efforts, more knowledge, and more technology. And these are reasons to continue studying. For instance, think for a minute of all the skills you need to know in order to make a brand new sophisticated stove work. And you also come to the conclusion that to be a housewife is not an easy task. Also think of our computers and our trips to space. For these and many other reasons, the American people open its universities' doors to young men and women who are willing to study and work for the good of this country and for the progress of mankind. To achieve these goals, our institution, Rhode Island College, and soon to be our alma mater, has provided us with a successful liberal arts program, with internships, cooperative education jobs, with competent professors and administrators, with 35 different student organizations, and with some type of financial assistance when we needed it. At Rhode Island College, we've had the opportunity to meet people from over 30 different nationalities and to interchange culture with them. We've also had the opportunity to travel and to expand ourselves in the various fields. Now it is time to deal with the new challenges and pressures. And boy, speaking about pressures, you know, just this past week, I must have had at least 6 people, on the average, day by day, asking me the same questions. Did you find a job yet? What are you going to be doing? We, the class of '84, give thanks to God for granting us the strength and capability of reaching our dream. To our parents for their love and support. To our professors for giving us the best of their knowledge and experience. To our friends for their kind smiles, their care, and maybe for a frequent trip to the Rascala or our local you-know-what. To our community for having faith in our time to come and faith in ourselves, for supporting our educational institutions and for defending the right to an education. I would also like to express my most sincere gratitude and congratulations to the rest of the class officers of 1984, Ken, Bob, Karen, and Jeff, and to Father Mark Antonio, who have worked diligently in making Senior Week a great success. Now, I would like to conclude by asking you to please rise and help me thank our parents, family, and professors that made all these years possible. Again, class of '84, keep up the hard work. And remember that with knowledge comes opportunity. And with perseverance comes success. Be successful. Best of luck, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Raquel, and best wishes to you, as well as to all of your classmates. And now, are you ready? Have you earned it? All right. Provost Enderman will now begin the proceedings. Dr. Enderman?
Dr. David Green, Associate Professor of Chemistry and Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, will now present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees within the Faculty of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees within the Faculty of Arts and Sciences please stand? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the class of 1984 candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science within the Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Those who have completed all requirements for the degrees are recommended to you by the faculty and by the Board of Governors for Higher Education.
Members of the class of 1984, candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science within the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, by virtue of the authority vested in me, and with the concurrent action of the faculty of Rhode Island College and the Board of Governors for Higher Education, I confer upon those of you who have completed the appropriate requirements the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto, and in token thereof will present you your diploma.
Will the audience please refrain from applause until all degrees have been awarded? Receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Liberal Arts, Mary Sue Abrams, Joyce A. Alves, Mary E. Arrigo, Margaret L. Armstrong, Linda M. Arnold, Raymond A. Arsenault, Missouri L. Asadorian, Paula A. Badessa, Bonnie J. Begesson, Donna M. Barishian, Byron H. Barsamian, Susan C. Bartone, Donna R. Fatty, Bernard F. Bowdoin, Kenneth C. Bedford, Julie M. Bedrosian, Stephanie K. Benedetti, Michael H. Bennett, Nusa R. Bernardo, Jane L. Blackwood, Jacqueline M. Blanchett, Fernando L. Botello, cum laude, Paul R. Boucher, Mark S. Bowen, Linda M. Roud, Bonnie Jean Grow, Harriet F. Breton, cum laude, Eric S. Brito, Richard C. Rocher, Jonathan S. Broom, Catherine I. Rousseau, magna cum laude, Paula B. Rousseau-Dolan, Jennifer L. Brown, Lois A. Brown, winner of the Studio Art Award, Victoria A. Bruno, Donna M. Butler, Amber E. Cabot, magna cum laude, Jeffrey C. Cato, cum laude, David V. Campo, cum laude and winner of the Ronald J. Baruch Award in Chemistry, Angela Canestrari, Margarita M. Capelli, Sharon M. Carpentier, cum laude, Joseph R. Carroll, magna cum laude with honors in English, Caitlin B. Casement, cum laude, Kathleen L. Casey, Gordon F. Solender, winner of the Bertha Christina Andrews Heman Award for Scholastic Excellence, Anthony L. Servone, Michael L. Chapman, Allison A. Chiarello, Darlene S. Chialfi, Jana L. Cole, George J. Coleman, magna cum laude, Waltrid Coley, magna cum laude, Nancy A. Comeri, cum laude, Christine A. Connerton, Doreen M. Conway, James F. Cooney, Carolyn L. Copolino, Robert F. Cordero, Darlene M. Costa, Henry F. Coate, Peter A. Croak, Elizabeth G. Cruz, Catherine Degata, Pamela L. Dano, magna cum laude, Miura N. D'Angelo, cum laude, Curtis A. David, Greg Davis, Joseph P. Delmonico, magna cum laude, honors in anthropology and winner of the James Houston Award in anthropology. Robin L. Del Sesto, Euclides G. DeMello, Robert J. DiRiso, David D. Desilets, cum laude, Maureen M. DeMarais, Henry M. Diamond, Anna I. Diaz, Cecilia Diaz, Janine C. Dion, Dina M. Dos Santos, John T. Duchesneau, Gail M. Duran, Linda L. Dutra, Michael R. Egan, Barbara A. Eichmeyer, cum laude, William A. Esser, Rolando Estrada, Michael J. Bonelli, Dory A. Farrar, Lorna M. Ferreira, Brian D. Field, cum laude, Carol J. Filiatro, magna cum laude, Kathleen M. Gilliam, Rhode Island College Theater Award winner, Janet A. Pocarelli, Maria Y. Fonseca, Louise A. Fontaine, cum laude, Larry F. Forte, Stephen J. Francois, Sandra Gabrielle, cum laude, Beth A. Gaffett, David J. Gale, Mary K. Gallagher, Vincent F. Gallucci, Danielle M. Jalinas, Joyce M. Georges, cum laude, Robin M. Girardi, Gary A. Giamarco, winner of the North Providence League of Women's Voters Award, Carl D. Gibbs, Pamela A. Gill, Kyle F. Gillette, Rosalie A. Galuli, cum laude, and winner of the Jane Garrigue Award, Paul J. Gilroy, cum laude, Dorothy E. Gerardis, Patricia A. Gerama, Francine A. Gonzalez, Michael L. Goudreau, Carrie A. Gordon, cum laude, Anne-Marie Graziano, Dorothy A. Green, William Greer Jr., Ann L. Gillette, cum laude and winner of the Evelyn Walsh Prize, Mary Jane Gallant, Peter M. Holliday, Theodore Halpern, magna cum laude, Mark A. Hamill, Rebecca R. Hansen, Terrence M. Hassett, M. Hayes, Bruce N. Heeman, Elise M. Turchin, magna cum laude, David F. Corrigan, Patricia A. Horan, Shannon M. Horan, Melinda Howard Weiner, Thomas A. Hunter, Anne E. Huntington, summa cum laude, winner of the Jean Garrigue Award. Suzanne F. Hutchinson, magna cum laude. Stephen A. Inman, Y.C. If, Kathleen J. Jackson, cum laude. Suzanne M. Jalbert, John J. Johnson, Jonathan W. Johnson, Sandra M. Johnson, magna cum laude. Patricia M. Kearney, Norman M. Kelly, Vincent P. Covera, Wayne D. Kohanek, Deborah A. Koppel, Ann K. Precios, Janet L. Krug, Kimberly J. Kruger, Paul A. Kubisky Jr., Nancy L. Lavoisier, Joanne S. LaCroix, cum laude, Leanne LaCroix, magna cum laude, Lisa Lamandola, Louise R. LaMontagne, cum laude. Deborah A. Langton, Eugene R. Larrabee, and George A. Larrabee, summa cum laude, honors in mathematics, and winner of the Christopher R. Mitchell Award. Roberta J. Lavendier, David R. Lavoie, Marcel C. LeBlanc, Edward B. Ledoux, cum laude, Muriel A. Levesque, cum laude, and winner of the Nelson E. Cook Memorial Award in French. Joseph A. Lewis, Deborah A. Lafredo, Susan M. Long, summa cum laude, Sharon L. Lopes, Michael D. Losowitz, Lauren A. Lucchese, Robert R. Machini, Cynthia J. McEwen, William K. McGee, Gail C. Mountrow, Stephen B. Mancini, Francis A. Mandeville, Julia A. Marshall, John S. Martin, Guy J. Massey, Carol Mesa, Mark A. Matuk, Millicent A. Maynard, John A. McCall, Peter D. McCutcheon, Kevin P. McDonald, Kevin R. McGill, Anne Marie McElmail, David L. McLaughlin, cum laude with honors in biology, Michael D. McLaughlin, Jane K. McLeod, Michael McNamara, magna cum laude, winner of the John H. Chafee Award, Victoria A. Mears, Robin M. Melfi Perkins, cum laude, David L. Messer, Christina M. Messier, Christopher P. Millett, Alan R. Milligan, cum laude, Stephen J. Mills, Stephen H. Monica, Michael A. Montalvo, Dorval S. Montero, Daniel Moreno, magna cum laude, Agnes L. Murphy, Albert D. Nanny, Jeffrey D. Knoll, Susan A. Noonan, Tim J. Norton, Stanley S. Okanoya, James J. Odakowski, Nancy S. Oline, Cheryl Ann Olivier, Karen M. Orcutt, Mark K. O'Reilly, Edwin O. Osumba, Kathleen M. Owen, Robert E. Paquin, Jal M. Petita, Carol A. Pease, Thomas J. Perry, Joan M. Petraka, cum laude, honors in biology, and winner of the W. Christina Carlson Award. Ronald R. Petrie Jr., Joseph Petrone, Craig B. Phelps, Edmund R. Costaco, Craig M. Pizzo, Marcia M. Hollow, Rosemary A. Ravi, magna cum laude, Lauren M. Cucci, cum laude, Philomena M. Perini, Laurie A. Kusika, Linda M. Rahalski, Michael S. Ratte, Gwen Graves, Darlene M. Riza, John R. Riza, Jean M. Ritchie, magna cum laude, Brian T. Robinson, Rachel R. Robitaille, Mary Kate Roach, cum laude, Patricia A. Rochford, Cheryl E. Roderick, cum laude, Kevin E. Rogler, Shelley J. Ralston, Pasquale Satosho, magna cum laude, winner of the Tate Tully Award, Rachel A. Sanita, Josephine P. Sana, Maria C. Santos, Sally A. Santos, Holly A. Scanlon, Carolyn W. Savoy, Marcia Sharp, cum laude, Carolyn Shuck, Craig S. Schultz, Laura E. Sebastianelli, Malcolm Sarabian, Sherman I. Shaver, Ellen M. Shea, cum laude, Gordon T. Silva, Manuel A. Silvera, David M. Cerrone, Frank E. Slater, Distinguished Computer Science Performance Award, Frank Slavsky, Betty J. Smith, Joyce A. Smith, Tyrone Stallworth, Alfreda L. Strong, Christopher A. Sullivan, Paul E. Silvestri, Janice M. Tanuri, Edna M. Tavares, Stephen Theroux, magna cum laude with honors in biology and winner of the American Institute of Chemists Award, Paul J. Thomas, Christopher R. Thompson, Kathleen A. Tobin, Anne-Marie Toppy, magna cum laude, George K. Sine, Lori A. Turquetta, Juan A. Vieira, Rosanna R. Vieira, Sonia Valencia, Mary L. Vanelli, magna cum laude, Stephen D. Vanelli, magna cum laude, Lee A. Varner, Arthur W. Volpe, Susan A. Wartzman, Sandra L. Hall, Luciana M. Webb, Josephine T. Weir, Keith Woodbine. Receiving the degree of Bachelor of General Studies, William M. Barnett, Mamie L. Catlin. Marie E. Troquette, Mary E. Desmond, Richard P. Pearson, Carol A. Bosch, Mary A. Kirby, Elizabeth M. Madalena, magna cum laude, Frank A. Osterman, Richard P. Smith, Cheryl A. Wilkes. Receiving the degree of Bachelor of Music in Music Performance, John M. DiCostanzo, cum laude, Paul A. LaPrade, summa cum laude, Alexander T. Nakatra, cum laude, Russell J. Rathier, cum laude, Nancy J. Smeltzer, magna cum laude, and Jody A. White, magna cum laude. Receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Liberal Arts, Arthur T. Crossman, Christopher P. Ethier, Antonio Ferrucci, also receiving the Leonelli Family Memorial Award, Teresa A. Siskowski, cum laude, Susan J. Zeiss. And in Management, receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Deborah J. Aiken, Philip A. Angel, magna cum laude, Vincent A. Asurmali, Michael F. Augustin, magna cum laude, with honors in management, James J. Badeau, Paul J. Bain, Robert B. Bain, Stephen A. Vedetta, Janice M. Fagan, cum laude, Stephanie M. Bien, cum laude, Catherine A. Black, Susan C. Bowden, Stephen P. Bowes, Shoji Koyachi, cum laude. James B. Pucci, Rosemary Calori, Robert G. Carlson, Thomas F. Carney, Jane F. Tolley, Deborah A. Cecila, Denise A. Collins, Joan M. Cordelli, Donna Demaray, Eileen M. Dukewitz, Diane E. Fish. Summa cum laude, winner of the Bertha Christina Andrews Eman Award for Outstanding Achievement, the John Silver Memorial Scholastic Award, and the Wall Street Journal Award. Elizabeth Freitas, magna cum laude. Michael A. Giarusso, Karen A. Gibson, cum laude. Richard A. Jarama, Lisa A. Guattari, Vicente A. Jiwa, Donna M. Gonsalves, Doreen A. Goodness, Lionel R. Carnoy, Mary D. Hegarty, Thomas E. Hughes, cum laude, Susan Iannuccillo, cum laude, Stephen N. Jeroma, Kevin Caloran, Joseph Kishby, Brian J. LaChance, Carol A. Larkin, Carol A. Leggett, cum laude, Julie A. Lombardi, Robert P. Long, Sharon M. Lyons, cum laude, William K. McGee, Roseanne Malakowski, Laurie A. Massey, Craig A. McManus, Luis F. Morera, Lori Morita, Tracy L. Ruto, Richard D. O'Brien, Olawatoyan Todi Inbo, Yemi Ojikutu, Ann M. Oppenheimer, Glenn Pacheco, Mary K. Page, Stratus Pappas, Carl Pachit, Elaine S. Pedro, Stephen C. Perry, Scott C. Potter, Donald R. Julio, Lawrence E. Rio, Joseph M. Rodriguez, Anthony J. Romano, cum laude, Clara A. Rocanto, Michelle M. Ceylon, cum laude, Charles M. Scarpellino, Brian Smith, George Sukas, Amy Streeter, cum laude, Stephen J. Sullivan, Paul J. Thomas, cum laude, Gail E. Lisa M. Ventatulli, cum laude, Robert F. Becerra, Lynn M. Benaccio, Anthony J. Vitale, Patricia M. Whitaker, Pamela J. Williams, Mark A. Wilmot, cum laude. Receiving the Bachelor of Science degree in Medical Technology, Karen A. Caprara, William S. Cheeves, Marianne Coleman, Armand L. Couture, David H. Sear, Shelley A. Ledoux, magna cum laude, and winner of the Theodore Lemeshka Award, Anna C. Lopes, cum laude, Elena A. Pisaturo, Linda M. Ruhl, William J. Tamayo, cum laude. Receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Marilyn C. Akron, Deborah A. Ashworth, Jennifer M. Ballou, cum laude, Nancy G. Bard, Elaine M. Bouchard, cum laude, Jill Benham, Teresa F. Bergeron, Diane S. Brady, Pamela B. Russo-Dolan, Jennifer T. Brown, cum laude, Lisa F. Morcheri, Beverly J. Burns, cum laude, Virginia Giacomo, magna cum laude. Nancy A. Cambrella. Deborah L. Campo. Patricia A. Cannon. Patricia G. Card. Teresa M. Charette. Karen M. Chin. Lois Sinieri. Mary R. Cook. Kathleen Cornoyer. Judith H. Kerwin. Judith A. Diambra. Minnie C. Daniels. Carolyn B. Demora. Janet M. DiQuattro, winner of the Nursing Faculty Award for Generic Students. Karen T. DeRochers. Donna Lee Desrosier. Michelle DeVernier. Eric Notenhoff. Deborah A. Douglas. Dorothy J. Ducanon. Pamela J. Edgecombe. Ada L. Farnsworth. Maureen A. Mazzoli. Robin A. Ferreira. Karen E. Ferris. Joyce La Orson. Paula A. Cuoco. Rosemary E. Fergal. Lori A. Gabriel. Deborah R. Gare. Michelle L. Monroe. Judy Gordon. Rosemary T. Grave. Yvette J. Rostruth-Polak. Kathleen J. Way. Nancy M. Gumbley. Nancy A. Gutskill, cum laude. Eric W. Hamill, cum laude. Elaine A. Hartman. Lynn A. Hoppy. Colin G. Hazard, cum laude. Kenneth W. Hazel. Ann P. Healy, magna cum laude. Robert E. Healy. Susan M. Jerpy, cum laude. Jean Hunter. Carol A. Isabella. Elsie E. Kiesling, magna cum laude. Kathleen A. Corey, cum laude. Astrid M. Kielhaug. Kathleen A. Lagasse. Nancy H. Lopan. Lorraine A. Laverture. Lori A. Ledford, cum laude. Sharon L. Lefebvre. Miriam F. Leveley. Joan Labucha. Nancy Litchfield, cum laude. Elizabeth A. Little. Deborah E. Lockwood, magna cum laude. Susan B. Marcosio. Donna M. Marzolkowski. Valento J. Martins. Kathleen A. Maryland, magna cum laude. Lynn E. McCrary Henderson, cum laude. Daniel McDonough. Karen A. McGee. Susan A. McGowan, magna cum laude. Patricia M. McLaughlin. Barbara A. McVeigh, cum laude. Christine McCucci. Donna M. Messer, cum laude. Luella M. Moon. Sandra M. Morgan. Joanne M. Murphy. Mary E. Natali. Joanne C. Nelson. Patricia C. O'Connell. Kathleen A. Otis. Donalyn R. Willett. Brenda L. Paquette. John F. Pear, cum laude. Brenda A. Pendleton, cum laude. Sandra M. Point, magna cum laude. Michelle A. Poirier. Leslie Quinn. Sharon A. Quirk, cum laude. Lori A. Quito. Holly L. Randall. Linda J. Redfern. Nancy M. Roy. Catherine M. Schwartz. Ann P. Savigny, cum laude. Barbara Sheridan. Elizabeth Sherry. Barbara Silva, cum laude. Lori Ann Seamus. Joanne M. Cindier. Robert F. Skeffington, cum laude. Carol J. Smith, cum laude, and winner of the Nursing Faculty Award for RN students. Corrine E. Smith. Patricia J. Stark. Marcia A. Stevenson, summa cum laude. Susan C. Sullivan. Dolores F. Sorori, cum laude. Patricia A. Hammett. Luis T. Tetro, magna cum laude. Joanne N. Thomas. Joanne Tillinghast, cum laude. Karen A. Tremblay-Hickey, cum laude. Judith R. Umbriano, cum laude. Christine L. Washburn. Rochelle M. Watterson. Mary Beth A. Valesco. Lori A. Wells. Nancy J. Whalen. Linnea C. Winsey. And Maureen F. Yazbek.
Professor of English and Secondary Education and Dean of the School of Education and Human Development, will now present candidates for the baccalaureate degrees within the School of Education and Human Development.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees within the School of Education and Human Development please stand? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the class of 1984 candidates the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science within the School of Education and Human Development. Those candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees are recommended to you by the faculty and the Board of Governors for Higher Education.
Members of the class of 1984, candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees within the School of Education and Human Development, by virtue of the authority vested in me and with the concurrent action of the faculty of Rhode Island College and the Board of Governors for Higher Education, I confer upon those of you who have completed the appropriate requirements the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto, and in token thereof will present you your diploma.
Will the audience please refrain from applause until all degrees have been awarded? Bachelor of Arts, Elementary Education, Early Childhood. Catherine E. Bro, Deborah Cosgrove, Donna Costa Appleton, Catherine A. Cody, Patricia E. Hassel cum laude, Sabra E. Kane, Donna M. Lorilla cum laude, Siobhan M. McHugh, Lynn Ann Nichols cum laude, Maureen A. Reel, Michelle L. Ridden, Marie J. Rosa, Virginia M. Ciotti cum laude, Sandra J. Tamburo cum laude. Elementary Education Generalized, Ray Ann Carpenter, Elaine A. Murphy, Martha J. Ulrich. Elementary Education Specialized, John T. Paolino. Secondary Education, Carolyn A. Clark, summa cum laude, honors in biology, W. Christina Carlson Award. Gary D. Davis, Roger L. DeSaulnier, Manuel V. Felicio cum laude, Joseph F. Galvin, Raquel E. Hernandez, Nelson A. Girton Memorial Award, Spanish. Candace A. McCall, Catherine Malone, cum laude, Rita Marinzi, Donna Phillips, Joseph A. Ponto, Catherine L. Reed, John L. Rushball, Marie F. Shred, Cheryl A. Salavo, Jana M. Smalls, cum laude. Liberal Arts, Mary E. Ackaway, magna cum laude, Philosophy Faculty Award. Marilyn C. Akron, Laureen L. Alzinas, Susan G. Barmasian, Joseph Parisi, cum laude, Marie G. Batista, cum laude, Donna J. Bashad, Elaine M. Bashad, cum laude, Janice M. Bagan, cum laude, Wendy L. Benson, Gail A. Boragine, cum laude, Frederick H. Buffard, Lori J. Brennan, Victoria A. Bruno, Carlo J. Calabresi, Nancy A. Caldwell, summa cum laude, Nancy A. Cambola, Peter Kanata, Nancy D. Carey, cum laude, Helena R. Carter, Karen R. Nada Chabot, Darlene A. Cavallaro, Raymond J. Charpentier, Vanessa E. Ciesla, Linda A. Cipriano, Elizabeth A. Cordere, magna cum laude, Rebecca J. Cohen, Robert G. Conlon, Karen C. Crapo, cum laude, Matilda M. Custodio, Linda S. Dascanio, cum laude, Carolyn C. Davis, John F. Demunes Jr., Cheryl A. De Pasquale, Joanne D. Lorenzo, Catherine M. Doctor, Jane F. Doring, Sharon J. Doyle, Dolores Duffy, Concetta C. Dorian, Christina A. Edgerton, Gary L. Summa cum laude, Richard C. Emmons cum laude, Thomas G. Felici, Donna M. Furland, Joyce Y. Forcier, Joanne E. Foss, Lori A. Gabrielle, Jean A. Gaspar, Judith A. Gemma, Kimberly A. Esqualdi, Michael H. Gianlorenzo, magna cum laude, Donna L. Glad, Elaine S. Goldstein, Monica S. Greenhall, Marie G. Gannon, Paul G. Hassett cum laude, Lisa M. Helmandala cum laude, Susan F. Higgins, Claudine C. Jorian, Rhonda L. Kopecki, Sharon K. Carl Castro cum laude, Elizabeth A. LaDuke, summa cum laude, Lisa M. Lagasse cum laude, Richard Lapierre, Cheryl A. LeClaire, Mary P. Lieberman, William J. Luminello, Robert P. Lynch, Gail C. Mambo, Judith A. Matuk, Lynn E. McGarry, Henderson cum laude, David L. McLaughlin cum laude, Mary E. Moran cum laude, Regina M. Murray, Ellen J. Nowell, Karen A. Nappy, Nancy J. Nelson, Patricia A. Nolan cum laude, Maureen A. O'Donnell, Gail J. Palliata cum laude, Craig B. Phelps, Elizabeth A. Pinkham, Kathleen T. Pendrick, Mary Ann Pollock cum laude, Marcia M. Polo, Patricia A. Pompey, Royal T. Power, Christine M. Pryor, Mary Jane Prue, Christine R. Rancor cum laude, Rebecca J. Raleigh, magna cum laude, Sherry A. Rihanna, John F. Robinson, Linda M. Rossi, summa cum laude, John A. Rollins, Marie G. Zaxionis, Ellen M. Shea, cum laude, Robert F. Skeffington, Carol J. Smith, cum laude, Deborah L. Starks, Darlene B. Swift, Mary Ann Tajjan, Thomas J. Tetu, Sheila A. Thurston, Anna Marie Toppy, magna cum laude, Barbara A. Tremblay, Michelle M. Walsh, William E. Walsh, Christine L. Washburn, Paul R. Williamson, Janet E. Dayton, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Science, Art Education, Joyce M. Georges cum laude, Alfreda L. Strong. Elementary Education, Early Childhood, Patricia L. Alquist, magna cum laude, Robin M. Anderson, Kelly J. Bethune, Catherine J. Brady, Mary E. Brancato cum laude, Kathy A. Burke cum laude, Kathleen A. Carroll, Deborah M. Sherry, Kimberly A. Silly, Daria M. Collins cum laude, Maureen J. David, magna cum laude, Elementary Education Faculty Award. Jane C. Fontenot cum laude, Lee A. Goucher, Jane A. Haggerty, Susan L. Hatch, Kathy L. Jimenez, magna cum laude, Paula L. Carney cum laude, Paula M. Libertate, Charlene A. Maynard, Maureen T. McGrath, Reverend M. O'Donnell, Mary N. Pelletier, Patricia Shopner cum laude, Elizabeth A. Simonini cum laude, Bernadette M. Souza cum laude, Meredith J. Thornton, Linda J. Kasich cum laude, Elementary Education Generalized, Tracy J. Ascioli cum laude, Lillian Bacon, summa cum laude, Josephine A. Stillings Award, Cheryl A. Bell, magna cum laude, Sandra A. Carbone, Donna M. DeGidio cum laude, Lisa M. Delmonico, Rosemary A. DeSicco, Karen M. Diorio, Gail M. Dominiconi, cum laude. Catherine L. Dufault, Karen L. Gamache, magna cum laude, Elementary Education Faculty Award. Susan E. Hebert, cum laude, Cynthia J. Houston, Karen J. Jackson, Marilyn King, Mary LaBeck, Lisa M. Machisi, Pauline Matarisi, Lisa A. Versurlian, cum laude, Michelle A. Miller. Jean H. Musso, Mary Ann Nesbitt, Christine C. Pinto, Jane M. Ciardi, Susan L. Sisson, Marie J. Sperduti, Lori J. Williams.
Lisa.
Elementary School Physical Education.
There's too much hair on my wall.
Gina M. Kemplone, Celeste M. DeSaulnier, Henry Ellen H. Murphy Award, Ruth Hanoy, Kristen J. Norberg, Mary E. St. Laurent. Health Education, Marcia M. Apollonia, Jackie L. Cujo, cum laude, Catherine D. DeSend, Sandra L. Yates. Industrial Education, Scott F. Conrad, Frank M. Jackson. James J. Newey, Richard B. Peterson, David A. Riolas, cum laude, Tamara K. Sutton, cum laude, Kenneth R. Wilson. Industrial Technology, Raymond J. Nathan, Michael A. Burnt, cum laude, John P. Rebecca, Stephen D. Brown, Richard Collins, Richard M. Crawford Jr., Anthony Stein, Matthew W. Cummings, John J. DeFonte, Philip D.
Straighten the direct line of the camera.
Michael P. Donovan, Robert Evangelista, Luis DiGrietti, John K. Green, John M. Gregory Jr., Charles R. Langley Condas, Daniel P. Marino Montgomery, Peter M. Kane, Dorian O. Olagbegi, Patrick H. Orboni, Epsilon Pi Tau Beta Sigma, Chapter 4. Gerald G. Patterson, David C. Robinson, John E. Heffernan Award, Alvin E. Spencer Jr., Latif O. Suleiman, Michael Travis, James E. Henry, Marius Sabin. Music Education, Russell J. Rafi cum laude. Vocational Industrial Education, Michael S. Antosia, James M. Barron, cum laude, Joseph E. Farias, Lawrence A. Howard, Michael Y. Mushavi, Charles E. Truitt, John A. Vieira.
Professor of Social Work and Dean of the School of Social Work will present candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work within the School of Social Work.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Social Work please stand? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the class of 1984 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Those candidates who have completed all requirements for the degree are recommended to you by the faculty and the Board of Governors for higher education.
Members of the class of 1984, candidates for the Bachelor of Social Work degree. By virtue of the authority vested in me, and with the concurrent action of the faculty of Rhode Island College and the Board of Governors for higher education, I confer upon those of you who have completed the appropriate requirements the Bachelor of Social Work degree with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto, and in token thereof will present to you your diplomas.
Will the audience please refrain from applause until all degrees have been awarded? Nancy E. Barber, Brian M. Beltrami, Susan P. Biziak, John E. Borzian, cum laude, Mary Ann Butcher, cum laude, Laura D. Brody, Joycelette Brown, Louis E. Cano, Elizabeth A. Kader, magna cum laude, Diane M. Craven, Donna L. Cunningham, Neil P. Davis, Carolyn J. Fernandez, Lois M. Foster, Michael S. Gingras, Shelley G. Green, Lisa M. Helmendauer, cum laude, Martha K. Hofstetter, cum laude, Claudine C. Jorian, Roseanne M. Kelly, Richard Lapierre, Bachelor of Social Work Program Award for Service Excellence, Rosemary Lepard, Andrea LaSalle, Rose A. Leon, Maria D. Leon, Lynn M. Macron, Jean M. Giacomo, Annette S. Manigan, cum laude, Joanne Martina, Pamela A. Owen, summa cum laude, Bachelor of Social Work Program Award, Academic Excellence, Joe D. Paquette, April D. Pona, Donna M. Ramos, cum laude, Will T. Ramsey, Jane E. Royer, magna cum laude, Colleen Smith, Norma L. Sutcliffe, cum laude, Karen L. Tonoli, Virginia M. Turtle, magna cum laude, Joanne R. Tweedy, Frederick L. Uriot Jr., Sandra J. Wilkie, cum laude.
Today, degree recipients may perceive that they have done all that this faculty has asked them to do. Your presence here indicates that such is the case. If you believe, however, that you are free from the requests and demands of this faculty, you are incorrect. On behalf of the faculty of Rhode Island College, there are several more tasks for you. In a fashion, your work has just begun. Each year, this college expends substantial sums to let the public and prospective students know of the fine programs and people here at Rhode Island College. These expenditures are valuable, but those receiving degrees today are an infinitely more valuable resource. You will go to many different enterprises, some to professional and graduate schools, some to the military, some to positions in commerce, in education, in health, or in other important fields. The common thread for all of these experiences is that your associates and colleagues will form judgments about your education and the providers of it on the basis of your abilities and talents. The reputation of this college vests ultimately on the quality of your contributions and on the content of your character. On behalf of this faculty, I ask that you represent this institution by becoming active, skilled participants in your various lives, family, professional, and civic. You have responsibility over those lives, and your Rhode Island College education has equipped you to meet those responsibilities. This request is a self-renewing one because the quest for excellence in all those avenues is an elusive, demanding venture which will cause you always to seek to be learning, reaching, growing. I hope you have learned that the responsibility for your lives requires reflection and wisdom, requires thoughtfulness, analysis, openness. Such responsibility makes all of us artists. Artists continually shaping our existence and the lives of those around us. Michelangelo, given his learning and raw stone, created the Pieta and the David. Given the fine Rhode Island College education you have received, your possibilities are also to create beauty in your lives and in the lives of all those around you. I am grateful that you have been part of this Rhode Island College community. I hope you will remain a physical and spiritual member of this community as a supporter and, when needed, as a thoughtful critic. On behalf of the faculty and the Board of Governors for Higher Education and the officers of the college, Godspeed. The processional for this commencement was led by Dr. Joan Glazer, Chair of the Council of Rhode Island College. The recessional will be led by Mrs. Noreen Andrioli, President of the Rhode Island College Alumni Association. This turnover represents a symbolic passing on of responsibility from the faculty to you, the alumni. To lead us in singing the college alma mater, the words of which are on the last page of the program, will all those who are on the platform today who hold degrees from Rhode Island College please come forward. Following the singing of the college alma mater, please remain at your seats during the recessional so that the procession may leave, whereupon this commencement will be concluded. While those are coming forward, let me issue the following invitation to all of you. The Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, the Dean and Faculty of the School of Education and Human Development, and the Dean and Faculty of the School of Social Work invite all graduates, their families and friends to receptions in honor of the graduates at locations that are printed in the commencement program. These receptions will begin immediately following these ceremonies. We look forward to greeting each of you there, and during these receptions, you should feel free to call upon the faculty and officers of the college to join you in the many photographs you want to take. We'll be delighted to show off our colorful regalia if you ask us. Just remember, we're shy. Now, please rise and sing the alma mater.
Hey, Donna.
Hello there. Hi, how are you?
Get some?
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, Corey. Hey.
I'm just teasing.
Oh yeah, I applied for that. Oh, I didn't. They haven't even set up the application.
All right, come.
It was about 30 applicants. Yeah, but the people that know them.
Sean DeMeo, Dick Dixon, to the faculty and special ed department.
Pretty well, I guess.
My cat. My special professor.
Did you any of his priest friends come?
I'm curious now if you're going to